What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Back at you again with yet another video. Another car video. I gotta get that joint right. A key ingredient of sex appeal. A key ingredient, not the sole ingredient. And I said, I gotta talk about this because, understand, of course, I'm known on here as a dating coach, but anybody who follows me really follows my stuff, really read my books. I focus more on stuff like sexual magnetism, sexual charisma. Because a man, as a man in a circle would knows, a man who got that sexual charisma, or a woman for that matter, they can go someplace and just sit down, and they're gonna draw attention. I remember a woman who had that type of charisma. We was somewhere. I think it was a funeral, at the repast at a funeral. She was sitting totally still, but it was like waves of energy was coming off of her. I was like, damn. But a key ingredient though in that is just being comfortable in your own skin. Wait a minute, Joe. Man, this weather keep messing with me. Being comfortable in your own skin. That's it. Most people aren't comfortable in their own skin. Most people, especially women, especially, because you have whole industries that cater to that and really count on women that being comfortable in their skin. But it's funny how many men are like that now. It's funny. You get a bunch of guys out here, shit, they like, well, I'm too short. I'm too light-skinned. I'm too dark-skinned. My hair, my hair isn't blonde. Actually, guys saying that, white guys. I'm not white, or I don't look ethnic enough. My skin too pasty. And you just like, wow, And I thought about that because I was coming out the gym. Well, in the gym, really. There's a young lady in there. She always works out, and she wouldn't be considered classically pretty. I mean, she got a above average body, but wouldn't be considered classically pretty. Like you wouldn't see her with a modeling contract, but she's sexy as shit up in that joint. But it's if people really understand, sex appeal and looks are not the same thing. Anybody who think they're the same thing, I know how inexperienced they are. That tells me inexperience right there, and I'll argue that with anybody. Because if you were to ask, like, especially when judging men, if you were to ask women who they consider sexy and who they consider good looking, it'd be two different things. They'll say, oh yeah, he good looking, but then they'll look at some average looking dude, or even as Cousin T-Tall call them, ugly sexy player, and say, well, they ugly but they sexy. In fact, that's even a term. In fact, I saw a new term on this website. Dusty fine. They say he dusty, but he fine. But all that is sex appeal. So that's like always my main thing. That's always the main thing in my books. Even when I talk about the body game, it's not even so much about aesthetics. It's just being comfortable in your body. Because everybody is not going to, different women like different bodies. That's bottom line. So ain't like some one body you can get to and women just gonna go crazy. In general, yeah, they like muscular bodies, but then it depends on how it is. And there's plenty of women go crazy over big men. But see, one thing about a big man, I picked up, especially the ones who get women, dudes overweight or they confident. They just get the rest of them fly, but they confident in themselves. They're comfortable in their own skin. And that's really the key. And you can kind of tell when somebody comfortable in their own skin, they carry themselves differently. They don't carry themselves like they're insecure. They walk confident. Like you see, like I get a lot of people, they always talking about, well, women don't like short guys. But yet I've known personally some short guys knocking them down. And I know of one guy, and the woman whose word I trust said this dude was 5 feet, but this dude was knocking him down. In fact, I even asked her. I said, would you have gave him some? She was like, yeah. He didn't hesitate either. But she just said it was more about his personality, how he carried himself. But a key part of that is just being comfortable. It's just saying, you know what, that's what I am. You know, of course, you want to maximize it, you know, as best as possible. But at the same time, just be comfortable with it. You know, it is what it is. But what I'm seeing is a lot of guys just not comfortable with it, or really their own sexuality. Really, if you want to be honest. But that takes us into another thing. I just want to focus on that one part right now, just being comfortable in your own skin. I mean, it's what you got to work with. You can't, I mean, people talk about plastic surgery and all that to change it. I'm like, for what? It is what it is. Find who like it. Because one of the things, once you're comfortable, I'm tell you, especially for the fellas, here's the thing with women. Yeah, they like a good looking man, but they also like a man that can connect with emotionally. Someone who can, or especially someone who can get them comfortable. They can be comfortable around. You know, a guy can look good, but, you know, something about how he carry himself, the woman ain't comfortable with him. And in order for a man to get a woman comfortable with him, he got to be comfortable with himself. There's plenty of women, you talk to most women, they'll tell you, you know, dude, all right, but y'all nervous, or he fidgety, or he ain't confident. Like, people think that word confident is just some cliche. And they come up with all types of bullshit why they can't be confident. But all it is just being comfortable with who you are. Comfortable in your skin. Just be like, yeah, I'm 5 foot whatever. Or, yeah, probably you lose 100 pounds. But shit, I makes this suit look good. You got to have that type of confidence. Just like whatever you got, just work with it. You know? Just understand this barber told me. This is how he said it too. He was talking about, you know, some guys who start losing their hair. He said, look, man, good Lord, just taking your hair away. Just, you know, style it up right. You know? Don't do the comb over. Just say, hey, it's gone. Boom. That's it. See, some dudes, they just let it go out naturally. You know, just whatever. It's like, hey. Speaking of that hair thing, you know, it's kind of pitiful when you see dudes not comfortable with it. Like, I knew this one dude, and he was standing up top. He wasn't really comfortable with it. Oh man, it's the po-po. They must be bored. Anyway, he wasn't comfortable with it. So he got one of those hair pieces and then tried to act like he didn't get a hair piece. And the thing was, his aura was still the same. It didn't change anything. Women weren't checking him out any differently. And you see all that, it's just like, come on, man. But just being comfortable in your skin just means you confident in what you are, what you got. Shit. And that extends even to your genitals and stuff. What women call it big dick energy. Not even big dick, just big dick energy. I know this dude, he said this shit's 7 inches. His woman insisted it was 9 inches. I was like, damn, you carry yourself confident as hell. But you're just comfortable with what you got. And this is like, hey, that's it. And don't worry about anything else. You know? But that's the key right there. And just to be clear, because, you know, everybody, you know, especially in this dating coach space, everybody talking about what they think they're going to talk about. That's mine. That's always been mine. You read all my books, they just different ways of saying, hey, working on your sex appeal. That's it. Shit. Like I said, you work on that shit, you comfortable, man. You just be walking someplace, somebody gonna be like, hey, what's up? Or the woman gonna put herself in front of you or something like that. So, man, who this joint? Let me roll this up. I don't need people in my show. I guess he gonna be anyone. But, you know, just get comfortable. Like, you know, of course, you still want to hit the gym. You still want to dress your best. You still want to have your best presentation. But, you know, there's only so far you going to go. Like I said, if you 5'9", you going to be 5'9". Just worry, just own that shit. Oh, you big stocky dude. Big hominy grit dude. Big, you know, barbecuing in the middle of winter dude. Shit, own that shit too. Own that shit. Be comfortable with it. Shoot, party with it. Shit, I'm tell you what, I like being a big dude myself. People move the fuck out your way when you come through. Yeah, they see you too. Yeah. Even though women be staring at my chest a lot. Like, okay, babe. My eyes are up here. So anyway, y'all. That's it for now. Get back with y'all later. Peace and many blessings.